Let's have a quick conversation about business credit cards that pull personal TransUnion. And the cool thing is that you have a diversity of credit cards. So in today's conversation, I want to review all of them. So here is the overview I want you to watch right now, the review that I want you to watch right now. So number 8, we have BMO Harris Business Platinum. Our score, 8 over 10. What we love about BMO Harris is that they have a stellar customer service. They are actually very generous with their credit limits. Okay, we've seen people who actually got granted $25,000 to $55,000 in terms of this BMO Harris Business Platinum credit card. Fantastic. And so let's just talk about the card itself. So this is a card that allows you, first of all, you have 18 months where you have 0% intro APR. This is kind of cool. I mean, this card uses this card for as a cash back or balance transfer credit card. You can also use it for purchases also. Okay, so you have 18 months. That's the intro offer. This is really cool. And they also have the APR that goes from 15.49% to 24.49%. This is kind of cool. And so this card allows you to do a lot of things. You have to, but the only problem here is that BMO Harris is a geo-restricted bank, so they're not available nationally. So you gotta have to think about the geography where you are, what your business is. Okay, so you gotta be in the states where BMO Harris is present. But this is a great card. The card has a lot of shopping benefits. You have a MasterCard mobile receipt management, discounts on Intuit, QuickBooks, and TurboTax. You have MasterCard ID theft protection, external warranty, MasterCard identity check, and so on and so forth. The thing about this card is that the card allows you to get up to 20 additional cards so employees can make purchases and earn points on behalf of your business. You get $600 in cell phone protection when you charge your monthly wireless telephone bill to your card. So overall, we love this card a lot. The card is great for purchases and balance transfers. The only thing you want to do before applying for this card, make sure that you have a relationship with BMO Harris. Okay. Number 2, make sure that you have an idea of how much you'll be charging on the card on average. I mean, there's no sort of a definite amount, but on average, how much you plan to charge on the card. So BMO Harris has an idea of the card usage before approving your credit limits, and be very generous if they ask you that question. You want to be as high as possible. For example, if they ask you how much you intend to charge on the card, say 50 grand. And let them actually bring the amount to 25 grand or 10 grand. Okay, so BMO Harris Business Platinum, our score, 8 over 10. Number 7, we have a NBKC Bank Business Cash Preferred. Our score, 8.5 over 10. So this is another great business credit card that pulls personal TransUnion for approval. And so when we talk about NBKC, we're talking here about a credit card that is really flexible. Okay, and so you can earn triple cash back with your card. So this is a cashback credit card. Fantastic. You have a 3% cash back on eligible purchases at gas stations, cell phone service providers, office supply stores, and on dining, including takeout and food delivery. And you have food delivery service purchases. And then you have unlimited 1% cash back on all other eligible net purchases. So this is really great. And one thing we love about this card is that they're constantly reviewing your limit to make sure that you have enough limits to take care of business. Literally. So this is fantastic. And the cool thing is that you have free employee cards. Okay, and there is no limits on the number of employee cards that you get. That's just fantastic. So the card itself allows you to have a 0% introductory APR for the first 6 billing cycles. And after that, the APR will actually range from 18.49% to 27.49% based on your credit worthiness. Okay, they do actually check TransUnion. And so the card is fantastic. You can see and sort your expenses. You can use their online reporting tools to view credit card spending by categories, transaction type, and a defined transactional period, which is really, when you think about it, this is really great, especially for tax purposes. So you know exactly which expenses and deductions you can actually take on your tax return, on your 1045, on your 1040, on your 1065, or 1120S or 1120. So those are really, really important. And so, but overall, we love this card. One thing I want to say here is that for the NBKC Bank Business Cash Preferred, NBKC really is also a geo-restricted bank, so it's one of those things where this is not a national bank. So it's if your business is not located in the geographies that where NBKC is present, you're not going to get the credit card. Okay, but overall, this is a great credit card that we love a lot. And so when you really think about the rewards, the cashback versus how much they're charging in terms of APR, this is a fantastic credit card. Number 6, we have here First Citizens Bank Cash Rewards Business. Our score 8.7 over 10. And this is one of the best cash rewards business credit cards that pull personal TransUnion, okay, in our view. And the thing about this card is that we love the flexibility. I mean, First Citizens Bank is a fantastic institution, and they have been doing a lot of good work in the last 10 years. And so this is a cashback business credit card that pulls TransUnion. You can earn cashback on everyday business expenses, and you get rewarded for doing business. Think about that. You are getting rewarded for doing business. You have 5% cashback on every utility and wireless phone service purchase for the first 12 months. Then you have 3%. You have 2% cashback on every gas and office supply purchase, and 1% cashback on all other purchases. This is just fantastic. I mean, this is really fantastic. You can protect your cell phone when you pay your monthly cell phone bill with your First Citizens Business Visa card. The card has no annual fee. We love that a lot because you don't want a card that actually pays you cashback and then charges you an annual fee. This is really kind of crazy, but they don't do that. Thank God. And you can earn cash even faster with employee cards at no additional cost. So there is no limit on the number of employee cards, while some institutions are capping the card count at 20 or 30 or 40. They ain't doing that. They're not doing it, okay? And so you have 0% intro APR for purchases and balance transfers for the first 9 months. We love that a lot. Then you have an APR that oscillates from 16.24% to 25.24%. This is kind of cool. So overall, you actually can see that this is a great card. And but the card itself, this is really a cashback card. So if your business wants to have, let's say, a cashback business credit card that pulls TransUnion, then First Citizens Bank, the cash rewards business, is a fantastic card. If you just think about the up to 5% cashback, think about it. You can earn up to 5% cashback on utilities and wireless phone service. 5%, boss. And you can earn 2% cashback on gas and office supplies. 2%. So, and you can give yourself a bonus also. You can get a bonus cashback of $100 when you spend $3,000 in your first 90 days after having the card. Wonderful. Number 5, we have Huntington Bank Voice Business. Our score 9 over 10. This is another stellar credit card, boss. I mean, business credit card that pulls personal TransUnion. The thing we love about this card, the Huntington Bank Voice Business card, is that you have 4% cash back in the category you choose. In other words, you have flexibility. They're giving you flexibility. You choose a category and they'll give you 4%. Okay. And so you have to choose one category. And so you get the 4% on the first $7,000 you spend per quarter, or $28,000 annually. You also earn 1% cash back on all other purchases. Plus there are no annual fees or foreign transaction fees. Okay. So the thing is that the category of your choice actually changes every quarter. So it can be gas stations. It can be home improvement stores. It could be utilities and office supply stores, and it could be travel and entertainment. So the whole thing is you got to really choose the category that is beneficial to your company, right? It's not. Let me just give you the category. So when the choice is yours, you can change your 4% cashback category every quarter. Every quarter, boss. So here are the categories that you have available on the Huntington Bank Voice Business Credit Card. So you have gas stations, you have travel and entertainment, you have restaurants, discount and warehouse stores. This is really good. You have grocery stores, utilities and office supply stores. You have electronics, computer and camera stores. Department, you have apparel and sporting goods stores, home improvement stores, auto parts and service stores. So you can see that there is a wide constellation of choices, and it really depends on you. Okay, what we love about the Huntington Bank Voice Business Credit Card is that they are very flexible in terms of how much they're charging you. And now the APR ranges from 7% to 27%, really depending on your credit worthiness. But overall, this is a great credit card. You don't use this credit card for balance transfers though. This is a pure cashback credit card. I want to talk to you now about number 4. Number 4, we have Regions Visa Business. Regions. And Regions is just fantastic. Our score, 9.1 over 10. Let's talk about Regions. When you think about Regions, you have a 0% intro APR on purchases. The card has no annual fee. This is a wonderful feature here. So let's just dig a little deeper. So when you think about Regions Visa Business, you have 0% intro APR for 6 months on purchases that post in the same period, and then the APR goes from after that, the APR goes from 13.24% to 24.24%. So you have that delta, okay? And so what you need to know here is that the card actually allows you to do a lot of things, and Regions is very flexible. They're very generous in terms of their credit limits. You can actually get approved up to $100,000. If you have the right relationship with Regions, they'll take care of you if you take care of them, so to speak. Okay, and the cool thing is that you have access to you are protected by the Visa Zero Liability the policy. So in other words, you're not responsible for unauthorized transactions made with your Visa credit card, online or offline. This is really good. And the cool thing is there is no limit to the number of employees you can add. So you can add or remove employee cards, change limits, track transactions, and make payments. And the cool thing is that Regions actually they're very generous in terms of how often they raise your credit limits. If you have if you show good and positive payment history on this cards, they will actually raise your limits every 3 to 6 months. That's what we love a lot with Regions, because they're constantly trying to raise your limit. They're trying to help you out. So this is really good. And one thing I love about the card also is that they will see your pattern, your card usage, and they'll let you know. They'll give you suggestions like, here is what because they have an analytics dashboard that shows you where you're spending the most and how you can actually save money and make more, that you really use your card better in the main categories of your choice. So this is really good. So overall, when you think about the Regions Visa Business, think about a business credit card that pulls personal TransUnion, and a card that actually is very dynamic and that adapts to your specific spending patterns and is constantly trying to give you analytics and intel to better use the card. So that's just fantastic. We love it a lot. So Regions Visa Business, our score at 9.1 over 10. Number 3, we have Fifth Third Simply Business. Another stellar credit cards. We love this a lot. Our score 9.4 over 10. This is a card that allows you to do a lot of things. Okay, this card we can actually simplify your day-to-day business purchases and earn simple, very powerful rewards. And so let's just dig a little deeper here. So you have 1.67% unlimited cashback for every dollar in purchases. Okay, and with the Fifth Third Simply Business, what we love is that we love the flexibility. There are no rotating categories, no earning caps, no points expiration, and no annual fee. This is just fantastic. You can track purchases easily with they have a mobile receipt capture. This is really good. And you have zero liability on card purchases. You have automatic car rental insurance, MasterCard ID theft protection, and this is really good. The only thing is that remember that you got to have a relationship with Fifth Third, okay? And so if you have a relationship with Fifth Third, the Simply Business credit card is just fantastic. So let's talk about the APR so we have a clear idea what we're talking about here. So the APR, you have the APR actually goes from zero. I'm sorry, they have a 0% intro APR for the first 12 billing cycles after the account is open. And so this 0% applies to purchases, but also balance transfers. So you can use this credit card as a pure balance transfer play. So after that, you have the APR will go from 16.24% to 27.24%. So that's the delta I want you to really remember. 16.24% to 27.24%. Okay, and but overall, this is a great credit card. But it is just a card that allows you to get rewards, powerful rewards on everyday expenses. Okay, because remember, there are no rotating categories. They're not trying to actually box you into a certain category. No, it's kind of flexible. Okay, so overall, this is a great play. It really is a great play that you might want to give your thoughts to. What we love about the card also is that it allows you to do the things that you want to do with your card. You can add or remove employee cards. It's not a problem. Okay, they're not really trying to really control you here or anything like that. So it's just fantastic. So the fifth third is simply business. Our score 9.4 over 10. Number 2, we have the Capital One Spark 1.5% Cash Select. Our score 9.6 over 10. Here is another interesting credit card. Okay, so the Spark 1.5% Cash Select. If you have a good or fair credit, you could be approved for this credit card, and the card allows you to actually earn unlimited 1.5% cash back for your business on every purchase everywhere. And the cool thing also here is that there are no limits or category restrictions. Okay, so whereas Capital One is available nationally, whereas the Fifth Third, the Regions, the Huntington Bank, the First Citizens, the NBKC, the BMO, those are regional players. So you got to be in the geography where they are present, but where the bank is present. But Capital One, not a problem. They're present nationally. I mean, they're not present nationally in terms of their banking, but their business credit cards and individual credit cards are available to everybody in the nations. Okay, so with this Capital One Spark 1.5% Cash Select, you have unlimited rewards. You can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back for your business on every purchase everywhere. Boss, think about that. Everywhere. There are no limits or category restrictions. Plus, you can earn unlimited 5% cash back on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. They have a platform, their travel platform, and so there is no annual fee with this card, and you have a 0% intro purchase rate for 12 months. That's the APR, and after that, the APR goes from 20.24% to 28.24% variable. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So overall, when we think about this Capital One Spark 1.5% Cash Select, we're thinking about a business credit card that allows you to get rewards your way, basically. Okay, you get cashback rewards for any amounts at any time with no expiration date for the life of the account. So that's just fantastic. On top of that, you have things like year-end summaries. You have account managers. You can assign an account manager to make purchases and payments, review transactions, and resolve any problems. Okay, you can actually have also virtual card numbers. This is really good. But overall, this is a great card that we actually will recommend to all of our viewers. Number 1, the best of the best in our view here. When we talk about the top 8 TransUnion business credit cards, we have US Bank Business Platinum. Our score 9.9 over 10. This is just a fantastic credit card. So here you have a 0% intro APR on purchases and balance transfers for 18 billion cycles. Think about that. 18 billion cycles, you have a 0% intro APR on purchases and balance transfers. And after that, the APR is kind of cool also. APR goes from 16.49% to 25.49%. Okay, and so this is kind of cool. And the cool thing, another cool thing about US Bank is their customer service. Customer service is just fantastic. Okay, it is US based, so you don't have to actually talk to somebody who is all over the world. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes it could be just a lot easier to speak to someone here on US soil. So US Bank has domestic servicing centers, and they do provide 24/7 dedicated service. Not a problem. Okay, and so you also have Visa Spend Clarity, so you can track spending and you can manage your expenses more efficiently with this very powerful Visa Spend Clarity tool. Okay, and when you have the US Bank Business Platinum, you have things like mobile payments, card controls, security, and you are basically you have a lot of stuff that go your way and go very positive, very smoothly. What I want to say here is that when we talk about mobile payments, it means that you can actually add your business card onto your phone and make secure, quick, and convenient purchases with Apple Pay, Google Pay, or Samsung Pay. Really, this is kind of cool. And you can control where, when, and how your employees use their credit cards by setting card controls by time, place, and or dollar amount. So you have total control at any time. In terms of the requirements for this business credit card, they want you to have your EIN, the legal business name, okay, the business start year, annual business revenue, industry identification. They just want to make sure, okay, and they want to have owner and or co-owner information, so they have a clear idea who is behind the business, okay, and employee information if desired. If you want to have some employee cards at the same time, so you got to put their name, the date of birth, and their social, okay. But overall, this is just a fantastic credit card. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Here is the approach before we do a recap here. So please check out this short video to learn more about how we actually go about evaluating, categorizing, or selecting TransUnion business credit cards on this show. Check this out. All right, let's do a quick recap here. So number one, we have U.S. Bank Business Platinum, our score 9.9 over 10. Number two, we have a Capital One Spark 1.5% cash select 9.6 over 10. Number three, we have Fifth Third Simply Business 9.4 over 10. Number four, we have Regions Visa Business 9.1 over 10. Number five, we have Huntington Bank Voice Business 9 over 10. Number six, we have First Citizens Bank Cash Rewards Business 8.7 over 10. Number seven, we have NBKC Bank Business Cash Preferred 8.5 over 10. Number eight, last but not the least, we have BMO Harris Business Platinum, our score 8 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.